went in and how you came out as Sally Bowles.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play an iconic character, it's going to be tough to sort of like break those images that you have in your brain. But I've been fortunate enough to be a part of another production of Cabaret where actually like I watched the Sally in rehearsal, and I watched her not say, I'm gonna do a Liza impression, and watched her like move through really discovering everything that Sally discovers, and Sally struggles a lot in the show and has to make a lot of really tough decisions. And that was what was so interesting to me, was watching this woman go through these moments where, you know, everybody's saying, hey, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, this is what's right, and she ultimately has to make that decision for herself. And so that was really interesting to have had that experience several years ago, and then to be fortunate enough to be cast as Sally. I knew that that's how I wanted to approach it, was to not say, hey, there's this, you know, icon that I have to behave like, but instead, what does the script actually tell me? Because guys, this script is awesome. A lot of musicals, the script, like the scenes, you're like, that's not the greatest writing, but this is not that case. And so really the biggest thing for me was to take a look at the script and trust what was actually written there, instead of trying to layer my image of what I thought she should be on top of it, and actually discover through the words that she said and how she was moving through life and how she was adjusting to life with Cliff, and to really discover those things for myself and for our version of Sally, which was really exciting to me. And I feel like even in the last week I've learned so much of why she makes the decisions that she does, because they're decisions that Audrey Crocker would never ever make in a million years. So to get inside the mind of somebody that's so different from yourself is a challenge, you know, to be able to justify those things, because she really believes that she's doing what is right, what is good, what is the best thing for her, the best thing for Cliff. And even as an audience member, of course, we can judge her decisions and say, like, maybe that wasn't the best decision, like maybe you should have actually checked in with him before you made that decision. But for her, like, that was her version of saving him. And so, and any time that you play a character, I think, that has villainous qualities, or is sort of the person that causes disruption, you have to work really hard to not judge them, and to know that they are making the decisions that they really believe are best. And so that was the biggest thing for me, of not judging Sally, of letting her be exactly who she is, and that she doesn't have to explain anything to anyone. And there were so many moments in the script that I was reading it, and they just spoke to me, like that whole monologue that she does before Perfectly Marvelous, of saying, you know, like, I shouldn't have to explain anything to anybody, I am who I am. And that was a message to Audrey, the actor, of like, hey, trust that Sally is who she is, and let her be that, instead of trying to craft her into somebody else's image of her.
Okay.